I'm not sure if it's Indy 5, the Dial of Destiny, coming out next year. It's this year. It's coming out this year, and if that's why they're pumping out a bunch of these prop replicas, or maybe it's just because I'm searching them, but there are a lot of things coming out Indy related, so that's why we're diving into it and we're taking a look at a lot of these things that are available. So if you are not that into all these Indy things, I'm sorry. I've just been trying to cover all the things that I come across that appeal to me. And with that said, let's dive into Raiders. So there were two different versions of this headpiece. The version that was used in the majority of the movie was sculpted by a guy named Ron Punter, and that version, which was made in resin, featured a lot more details than this piece. So that one had more writing in the feathers, among other things. But Spielberg wasn't too happy about how that piece looked up close, so they hired Barry Minot to sculpt a new version that was more detailed and would hold up in close-ups. And that is this piece. So this one is the close-up piece. This is the version that's used in the rooftop scene where they decipher the headpiece. But the version that ends up in the Nazi's hand, that is the original sculpt, the first one. So they kind of mix and match a little bit, and that's why there's some inconsistencies in the movie. But this is the piece you might want if you want the hero version, the one that was deciphered in the movie. And this is pretty spot on, actually, both size-wise and details. I think this might be a little bit more kind of like idealized than the one used in the movie, because the one in the movie was hand sculpted to be used on set, and this has been finished for mass production. So this kind of comes back to the Vader mask again, where is it okay that some props are more idealized than the actual screen version? Because if you looked at the one from the movie, it might look a little bit rougher than you would think it looked like. But then again, it's supposed to be an artifact that was made 1,000 years ago, and the way they sculpted things back then in gold would probably have left a little bit more of a rougher looking kind of design. So this might be a little bit too perfect if you're really going for that film accurate one, but all the details here look pretty spot on. The writing, the bird, and all the little feather details, and the sizing. So as far as prop replicas go, I think this is a pretty nice piece. It's a little pricey maybe at $75, but then again, it is solid metal and it will look nice on display. And it even has this little slot, which is very similar to the one used in the movie that Indy sticks on the stick. So bang for your buck, I think this is a very nice replica headpiece if you're looking for a second version of the headpiece from the movie. This one, I think Disney did a really, really good job with. Unlike some of their other toy prop replicas that have been given a little bit of a creative license, this one is pretty darn accurate to the screen used one. So both in size and detail. So good job, Disney. The only thing that I think could have been done better with this one is the gold color. I don't think they kind of nailed that exactly. But just as a piece for display with a nice case, and that is pretty accurate to the movie, I say Disney did a really good job on this one. So good job, Disney. So let me know what you think about this one. So is this a good replica, and would you buy this guy?